guys, welcome back to Skin Deep 101. It's your girl Renee, and today I'm going to be continuing my series where I'll be reviewing products from The Ordinary, and today I'm going to be reviewing 3 of their best sellers: the Glycolic Toning Solution, that's 7%, the AHA 30% plus BHA 2% Peeling Solution, and the Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. So if you want to hear my thoughts on these 3, then stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so a couple of things to note about the products I'm going to be reviewing today. 2 of them in particular. They are more suitable for PM use, that's in the night. However, because I usually film in the day because of the lighting, this is going to be an exception. But just remember that these 2, that's the Glycolic Toning Solution and the AHA Peel, are ideally supposed to be applied at night because they are exfoliating products. And you should exfoliate at night because of the sensitivity of your skin is going to be increased afterwards. So it's best to use it at night where you don't have to be exposed to the sun. Alright, so I'm going to first of all begin with the Hyaluronic Acid. That's Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5, and this is a hydration support formula with ultra pure vegan hyaluronic acid. I'm reading from the bottle, sorry, and I'm gonna read from the box now. And I was looking if they had anything about the what it visibly targets it, but basically, guys, I never knew that my skin needed hyaluronic until I got hyaluronic. Like this has been a game changer. I started using it for about 2 weeks now, and it's crazy. I heard people talking about it, and I think before, like, the popular notion was that hyaluronic is for persons with dry skin because it provides hydration and all of that, but hyaluronic is needed for all skin types. Just believe me, because even when you're oily, and I've said this to you guys before, even oily skin needs to ensure that you're getting the right hydration, because your skin is going to compensate by producing more oil. So you're not moisturizing and trying to use as little products as possible, that's not really going to make it better. So even when you're oily, try to use products that keep your skin hydrated. I've learned that now. So and even when I do have breakouts, the more I hydrate my skin, that the breakouts tend to go away faster than if I were to try and strip it from getting all that moisture. So hyaluronic, this little bad boy is really good. As I said, I've been using it for 2 weeks now, and a couple things about hyaluronic. It is pretty safe in terms of what you can mix it with. I don't think there's any conflicting formula, so you can use it with anything that you're already using. It can be used both in the mornings and at night, and it works better when your face is damp, right? Because hyaluronic is a humectant, so what it does, it pulls moisture to the surface of your skin, and it can hold water, I think, 1,000 times its weight. People always say that about hyaluronic. So it really is ideally applied to face that is damp, not wet but damp. So really and truly, you should be using your hyaluronic as your first serum right after cleansing, because when you cleanse, you would have been stripping away some of that moisture. It would be good to hydrate your skin it would be good to hydrate your skin immediately after cleansing. So that is where you would add your hyaluronic. And let me just say, I recently got some products from the Inky List. I'm not going to get into those are going to be a separate series, but I'm just really crushing on the way that the Inky List gives information on how to layer products, information on the product itself. I'm just really fascinated. I've learned so much from this little box in just one day, and so I definitely like the way how they've suggested that you layer products, clean and then hydrate. So that is where you have your hyaluronic, and then you move on to treatment. Right, so I'm gonna be doing a demo now of my hyaluronic acid. I'm just gonna take a few drops, put it in my hands. I don't know if you can see the consistency. Yes, it's not so runny, but it's not too thick either. I didn't have any issues when I applied this product. It doesn't have a fragrance, but it kind of gives me a little coconut scent. I don't know, but it's pleasant, not too strong. And of course, I find that most of the products from The Ordinary tend to be a little sticky when you're applying them, but afterwards you're not gonna experience, you know, any stickiness after a few minutes or so, so that shouldn't be a problem. But I didn't feel any tingle, nothing of that sort when applying this product. It's pretty mild and safe in my opinion to use. But let me tell you, I think the biggest difference, you know, since I incorporated this in my regimen, is just my texture has changed tremendously. Super smooth, super soft, everything really glides on easily after hyaluronic. It has just been a game changer for me. So if you're considering hyaluronic or you've heard about it, please, you need to get this. It really is best for all skin types, not just dry skin, but all skin types. So this is definitely one worth trying if you are looking to improve texture. Just you know, if your skin is dehydrated, a lot of the dullness, you know, that you see is because your skin is not hydrated. So this is something good to incorporate. If you just want softer, smoother skin, then yeah, you need to be getting some hyaluronic into your skincare routine. Okay, so that's pretty much that on the hyaluronic. I hope I've covered everything, but that has been my experience so far in using it, and you know, my recommendations for using hyaluronic. Oh, by the way, I did cleanse my face already. So I just went ahead and applied the product. My face was a little damp, you know, I'm always sweating, so I did apply it to my face that was a bit damp, and I've allowed it to set in. So now I'm going to be moving on to my treatment portion, which begins with my toner. So that is where now I'm going to be adding the glycolic toning solution, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm going out to my Glycolic Acid 7% toning solution, and of course this is a toner, and a couple of things to note about Glycolic Acid. It is an exfoliant, and when I'm using this toning solution, I don't usually exfoliate with another product on that particular night. So if I'm going to be using this toning solution, which I only use at night and not every day, because I use a different exfoliant each night, but each night I'm going to exfoliate. So if it's this toning solution, then that's the only thing I use. I don't use another chemical exfoliant after that. I don't want to increase the risk of over exfoliating, so I just use this alone. If you want to use it and then use another exfoliant, then fine. I'm going to be doing it today for the purpose of the video, but this is an exfoliant in and of itself, and again, ideally to be used at night. And glycolic, when used in very strong percentages, can have serious effects like inflammation, so you want to be careful with this one. You know, I was watching some videos on YouTube about it, so this is an acid that you have to kind of pay attention to. It's not going to work for everyone, right? But just to tell you what the box says about glycolic, that this is going to improve textural irregularities and lackluster tone. So those are the two things that this visibly targets. I just started using it for a week now. So far I'm liking the experience. It's a little too early, you know, to determine if anything has drastically changed since I've started to use it, but I didn't feel any, maybe just a little tingle for like 3 seconds. It really wasn't long, but I know persons that experience, you know, some tingling or a little burning when using this, so I just want you to be on the alert for that. Alright, so it comes with a little spout like this that you can just pull up, and then you would just go ahead and apply it to your cotton pad. can apply it to your face. I'm trying to pick up what this smells like, but it has a fruity-ish smell to me. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply my toning solution. As I'm applying it, I do feel a little tingle, just a little, nothing too serious, which is why I don't even want to use another exfoliant after this. 7% is pretty high, so I think that will give me the exfoliation I need for the night. Alright, so that's my glycolic toning solution, and that's my those are my thoughts on it. As I said, not too much. This is, you know, pretty much an early review. I recently started it, so I cannot really tell you, you know, how this is really going to impact my routine, but so far I don't have a challenge with it. And you know, those are some of the experiences I've shared with you from other persons about it kind of burning a bit, but so far it's fine for me. Alright, so I'm going to move on now to my third and final product, which is my AHA 30% and my BHA 2% healing solution. This is a little bad boy right here. When you look at the color, you can, this is just a really nice purplish reddish look in the bottle. I think this is their bestseller or their most popular product, and it is definitely not one to play with, so stick around to hear my thoughts on it. Alright guys, so my AHA 30% and my BHA 2%, this is a 10-minute exfoliating facial, and this is similar in terms of the function, similar to the glycolic, textural irregularities, lackluster tone. Yeah, that is what the box says about the healing solution, and as I said, it's extremely popular, so everybody wants to use it, but the reality is it's not for everybody, because, you know, the product says if you have sensitive, compromised skin, peels, open wounds, open cuts, open pimples, then you're supposed to stay away from it. And you know, that kind of X out a lot of skin types, but somehow everybody's using it, so I say be careful. Please don't always follow what everybody's doing. You have to do your own research, right? Because I know of cases where this has really messed with a person's skin, so you have to be very careful. It's super strong. It's 30% AHA. That's crazy. But you know, I get why persons with acne prone skin would want to try it, because it has BHA in it as well, and you know, BHA is really more suitable for acne prone skin, so a lot of persons want to incorporate this, and it can be incorporated. It's just that if you fit any of those, you know, descriptors like open pimples, your skin is sensitive, anything like that, then you know you can't use it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply my peeling solution. And something important to note about this should not be applied to skin that is damp or anything. Your face has to be completely dried. So I'm actually going to kind of pat my face now, because I'm sweating just a little bit. I'm gonna pat my face, just ensure that it is completely dry, and then I'm gonna apply this. So please ensure your face is dry. That's what the instruction says. Apply it to dry skin. Clean your face, of course, and your face should be dry. Not use on wet skin. Alright, and then you apply. Again, do not put the dropper to your face. Go ahead, add a few drops to clean hands, and then you go ahead and apply the product. I don't know if you can see it. It's very runny, right? Blood looking. And I'm just going to kind of add this all over my face. After I've applied it, I will give you my thoughts on the peel. This is not a first impressions. I've been using it for about 3 weeks now. So I will tell you how it has been. Alright, I think everywhere is covered, and as I put it on, I am experiencing a tingle right now. That actually happens every time I apply it, so I don't see a case where it improves over time, because every time I've used it from I've gotten it, I do feel this tingling sensation, but it doesn't last for the entire 10 minutes, and no more than 10 minutes, guys. It's usually recommended if you're just starting it, either you do a patch test, or you sorry, you start applying it or keeping it on for about 5 minutes, and each time you use it to increase that time. So I actually did 5 minutes the first time, then I increased to about 7 minutes, and then I can go to 10 minutes now. But I do feel a tingle for about the first minute, and then that usually goes away. Alright, so I'm going to let this sit on the face for 10 minutes. I'm going to check my clock, and then I'm going to wash it off, and then I will come back and give you my thoughts on this one. Alright guys, so I have to wrap this up real quickly because it's, you know, it's getting late, so the light isn't as great as before, but I'm gonna dry my face now. I washed my face after 10 minutes of using the AHA 30% and BHA 2%, and then I washed my face with warm water. Please note that the instruction says that as well, but I always do that, so that's nothing new for me. And I'm now pat drying with a paper towel. I don't know, can you guys see the difference? Because if it's one product, I know I will see a difference immediately after using. It's this peel. So let me just get it out there from now. Is it worth the hype? Absolutely yes. This peel is everything and more. This is the only product. I'm sorry, I just have to adjust my camera a bit. It's sliding down, sorry. As I said, it's the only product I use, and I can see instant results. The first night I used it, I had a pimple right here. After I washed it off, the pimple went like right down. It instantly deflated, but after 10 minutes it was just whap down. So that just really blew me away. But I think the biggest, you know, thing that I love about it is texture. Like, they did not lie when they say that this targets texture irregularities. I definitely feel like when I'm washing it off, my skin is like smooth. But I do see how it works on the pimples as well because of the BHA that's in it. So a recap on these three. When I repurchase, definitely the hyaluronic and the AHA. Those are gonna have to be a must in my skincare regimen. I'm going to be trying the Inky List version of these two, so you know I can compare and see which one is better, but definitely those two are going to be a must-have. The Glycolic, that's yet to be determined. To be honest, I didn't see any visible difference because I have other products that perform that same function, so it's a little difficult to decipher if it's the Glycolic doing that versus the AHA or the hyaluronic. So I'm not so sure about that one. Not discrediting the product or anything, I'm just giving my own experience. But I definitely see a change already in my skin tone and texture. It's not tone, sorry, this is my skin texture. Since using the hyaluronic and the AHA 30%, so those are gonna have to stay in my regimen, not going anywhere. Alright guys, so those are my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up guys. Thanks for watching.